"Thanks, Tara," he said without looking up as he finished the call. "Let me know what you find out." "Yeah. Thanks." His head lifted, and Darcy found herself holding her breath when those teal eyes bore right into hers. Memory slammed into her, a mental collage of the 2 years they had spent together. The emotions they evoked made her almost throw herself into his arms. She was so lost in her own thoughts that she didn't realize until he'd spoken that he didn't remember her. "Please sit, Ms. MacBride." And with those 4 words he gutted her, the pain slicing her open and leaving her empty. All the years she wished she could have gone back and done things differently, pained over the fact that she had hurt him, were all for nothing, because he had forgotten her, just like her mother had taunted. She wanted to run from the room and him and the memories that were even now crumbling to dust, but her feet wouldn't obey. The idea of working for him, of being the only one to remember their young love, made her feel sick. She felt the tears and cursed them. "Are you unwell?" There was genuine concern in his voice, and in that moment she hated him. "I'm sorry. This was a mistake." Somewhere she found the strength to turn from him and walked away, eager to put as much distance between them as possible. If only she could run from her memories as easily. She had hurt him once upon a time, and now she had a taste of just how much. Darcy stepped off the subway and made the short trip to her mother's apartment in Queens. Her mother had come back for her. It had taken her 3 years, but as she was forever saying, she'd come back. Darcy wasn't the same girl her mother had dropped off at St. Agnes, though, because she had lived a lifetime of regret in that time. She had been young, scared, and so deeply in love, the kind of love that you couldn't imagine would be reciprocated. And when her doubts were spoken back to her, she'd panicked. It was that doubt that brought the end to Lucien and her. Her mom came for her almost a year after Lucien had left, and being alone and heartbroken at 17, Darcy went with her, especially since St. Agnes only served a reminder of what she'd lost. How her mother had been able to take her away from St. Agnes as easily as she had, considering it was a state-funded orphanage and not a hotel, had always baffled Darcy. More strange was the fact that her mother had given her up because of her drinking and the violent jealousy she felt toward her own daughter while drunk. And yet her mother hadn't had a change of heart, nor had she stopped drinking. If anything, the woman drank even more. Darcy also hadn't known that going with her mom meant selling herself into servitude. She never understood how her mom had learned of Lucien and all that had happened between them, but her mom took great delight in rubbing salt into the wound. While she worked her way through a bottle of vodka, she'd philosophize on how men were fickle and love didn't last, and what a fool Darcy had been to give herself so completely to someone when she was so utterly forgettable. Over the next year, her mother's words had chipped away at Darcy's confidence, but what kept her from breaking was the belief that what she and Lucien had shared had meant as much to him as it had to her. She was stronger now, because she'd learned to depend on herself, so the reality that her mother had been right all those years ago wasn't going to break her. But it did hurt like hell. She pushed the door open to her mom's apartment and was immediately greeted by the smell of alcohol and rotting food. She moved through the littered living room to the kitchen, where takeout boxes spilled off the counters and onto the floor near the trash can. Her mom was 47 but looked 70. Her drinking was going to kill her. The doctors had already said this, but the woman couldn't stop. Darcy had tried. Instead of sending her cash, she started having groceries delivered. But she couldn't take the phone calls, her mom raging 1 minute and crying the next. In the end, Darcy decided if her mom wasn't interested in saving herself, then why the hell should she bother? "Is that you, Darcy? It's about fucking time. Get in here, I can't find the remote." Darcy stepped into the bedroom and gagged as the smell worsened. Her mother sprawled out on the bed wearing only her bra and panties. Dirty clothes covered every surface, and mixed in with them were the empty bottles of